for me, it's like an hour late, but that's okay because I'm going to see if this time works better for everyone. So while I'm making sure that everything's connecting, looks like we're good. Twitch, we're good. Did it on Facebook, did it on Twitter, going to try it on LinkedIn and YouTube, all of those at once. I was just going to do one platform, but we're going to try these all out. Let me just confirm. And if you are joining, say hello. We're going to be talking about, sorry, got a little bubble in my chest. We're going to talk about my favorite Blender add-ons or plugins and a reason why I've been using it a lot more. So if you are joining, say hello. Love to hear from you. Okay. Let me see, make sure these are all looking good. Okay. All right. I think we should just jump in. I'm not going to do a super long video today. We're going to keep it short and sweet. So if you are joining, I'd love to... Oh, hey, what's up? Let me make sure... So my little chat thing isn't working. So I got to refix that so I can see everyone's chat. It's popping up, but it's not showing up on my feed. There we go. There we go. Okay, now we're working. How's it going? All right, so we're going to jump into Blender, and today we're going to be talking about my personal favorite Blender add-ons, ones that have been huge time savers, things that so glad that Blender has. And if you're new to Blender or you're new to the channel, hi, I'm Aaron Sorensen, visual effects artist. I do a bunch of CG stuff, lighting, rendering, and I've used Cinema 4D, I've used Maya, teeny bit of 3ds Max, Clarice, Redshift V-Ray, Octane. I've used I love all 3D softwares. Houdini, I did Houdini yesterday and didn't go as well as I had hoped. But today we're going to be doing, I'm going to show you guys just some cool things in Blender. I've had a lot of people message me offline and be like, hey, why did you switch? Why'd you switch? And I'm going to show you why. Because Blender has some absolutely insane add-ons. Add-ons are plugins, if you don't know what I'm talking about. They're the same thing. But the reason why Blender is just, I feel like doing this really fast is it listens to the community and they can adapt super quick. And that was one of the biggest things. I gave Blender a chance for, I think I was like, I'm going to just use a couple projects on it. And I was blown away by the speed of everything, of getting things done really fast. So let's talk about why Blender is pretty rad. Let's jump in. Okay. All right. Where did my handy dandy... And I'm going to try to keep my mic by my face because I had some people message me and say, hey, couldn't really hear what you were saying because your mic wasn't in your mouth. And so we're going to move my Wacom tablet down a little bit. And you guys let me know if it's sounding okay. So maybe what I'm going to do too is simplify my UI because if this is too messy, sorry guys, I'm just adjusting all this for you. Let's keep it simple. And this is another thing I really like about Blender is how easy it is to merge all these things just by doing that. Like going to these corners, merging them. And I'm going to show you guys just some of the things that I really, really like. So we're going to come out of here. All right. So a recent tool that I discovered that I really like is the traffic tool. So let's say you have a client, they're like, hey, we need a car. And you're like, okay. And they're like, and we need the car to drive and it's got to look pretty good. And you're like, you go through your head, okay, I'm going to go buy a model in Turbo Squid and then I'm going to have to rig it and it's going to have to shocks or okay, I'll hire a Houdini artist and then he'll go in and he'll do all that. No, that's why we have this amazing tool called Traffic. And when you add in add-ons, you go into your preferences, you hit add-on, and then you hit install. And when you hit install, it's going to ask for the zip file. Now, this is installed a little bit differently. And I'm going to find, let me just pull up, be patient. Let me pull up the Blender Market, and I'm going to show you guys each of these so you can kind of see what they're saying about it, what the creators say. So this is Traffic, and it's absolutely awesome. And this is such a time saver. Again, you don't need to be good at everything. You just got to be good at oh, what's up, Connor? You just need to be good at what you're, tasked to do. And as artists, and I feel like I've become more and more of a generalist where I can do a lot more things pretty good. And Blender helps me do that. It helps me be better and faster. So this is Traffic, and it is so rad. Again, I'm not sponsored. This is not like me being like, hey, go buy these. I'm an affiliate. I'm not affiliated with any of these. So this thing's amazing. It has a huge library of cars. All of these cars are rigged, okay? All of them are rigged, and they have tons of just things that you need, like signs, and they even have boats and planes and massive library. And the quality is so good. They've spent their time making these things look absolutely beautiful. They have clear coat that you can do flakes in them. Massive library. I went and I got I believe the full entire thing. And you can draw curves, and then you can assign the car to drive on that curve. So if you're I have a path, you can see right here, boom, they're going to draw a path, and it's going to follow the path. You can play with all the materials. So you open it, boom, it has all the materials built into it. I haven't even played with all the pre-made stuff in the rig. There's a lot you can do with it. But yeah, you can animate however you want. They're showing the dirts and scratches that you can just procedurally, boom, put it in there. It's done. And again, the interior quality, the exterior quality, they have lights. That's another annoying thing, is rigging up car lights in Traffic. They have the brake lights. They have the headlights. They have just a lot of absolutely amazing stuff. Boom, you pick a car, you add it to a scene, you choose where the road is. Fully rigged, snaps to the ground. These are just things that, as an artist, if you're asked to do, it can be really, really hard to just build all this yourself. And if someone's already done it and they've done it better, you might as well just use it. And it's all about speed. So there's some other cool things in here, and I'm going to show you guys some cool things about this. So the first thing is, you can do once you get this Ngon. This is this company that made this. This is their little installer. And so once you get Ngon installed, then you can install their little packs. And I'm going to click on this, and it's going to say, hey, where do you want to look at the assets? So we're just going to say here. And there's all their assets. And we're going to split the screen. And I'm going to make this one be our 3D view. And you can see they have a bunch of just stuff in here. Bikes, cars, a ton of stuff. And you have to go buy, you know how expensive this would be to buy all these models, and then all the time you're going to spend rigging them if you had to do this many cars. This is such a huge time saver. And again, most of these add-ons are, for me, time savers. Things that if I spend too much time modeling and doing all this, I'll usually just turn my brain off, and I'll be like, okay, I'm done. So, and this is, so it was spawn display. Oh, that's too many. Nope, we're not going to spawn all those. So then what you can do is just say, if we like this one, we just hit click, boom, there it is. And let's take a look at the render, because I always like to look, it's already rendering. I don't have a good environment in here, so we could come in here. I have a studio light. I guess that's fine. And then we're going to add a plane. And then you can come in. They have all these properties within it, with its suspension, rotation, all this crazy stuff. So that's going to be a part of the rig that comes with it. But then if you come in here into the properties, and let me see if I can, we're going to merge everything over and make this a little bit smaller. And I have to turn all of these back on. Okay. So in here, we can change all the properties within here. Boom, boom, boom. Super fast. Cinema 4D R20 features, and yet you're struggling. Oh, why? Okay, sorry. I don't know why. Seems scattered. Sorry. On Restream, it shows that I updated my titles. So if it's not updating on Twitch, sorry. But on here, it says that I did update the title, so that's something weird. Cool things, yeah, like doing these little flakes, flake amount. You can add that, these tiny little details. Let's take a look. It just has a ton of detail, just tons of really nice looking details. Then you can come in here and we can say, let's turn the backlights on. There they are. Low beam, high beam, low beam, parking, off. So it has different modes. You can choose which one you want. Emergency lights. Oh, wear and tear. So this is like dirt. Let's say this Mustang's been out in the dirt. Let's crank it up. So now you can see on the bottom we have all that dirt coming in quickly. Scratches. Let's dirty this thing up. Bumps. Subtle details. Things like that. Great. And yeah, it's that easy. So now let's go. This is another cool thing that I really liked. I'm going to go top-down view. If we want to build a road, that can also take a long time, building some roads out. They have this really nice road builder. Click here. Click here. I'm going to hit escape. My plane is a little too high, so we're going to bring that down just a bit. So you can see we have a road, procedural road that we just built right in here. Voila. And the cool thing is, let's say we wanted to mess with this road because it's using geo nodes. You can come in here, edit mode. Let's click on this last one, and I'm going to go top-down view. We're going to zoom out a little bit. How awesome is that? And you could go to another view. If you wanted to have it be like a hill going off into nothingness. And there you go. That is super fast. And when I hit render, it procedurally created both lanes. It creates the barriers, but that's not all. Let me show you what else you can do with this thing. So if you think it's just that road, it's not. It's pretty cool. So I'm going to go back onto, make sure that we have, I'm not viewing everything in here. And turn, I don't need that on. Okay. So I'm going to delete this road. We're going to go top down again. I'm going to say build roads. And if you see, you can change the road types by hitting Q. So you can see down here we have highway, 2 lanes with barrier, 2 lanes with highway, 3 lanes, country road, street, alley. Let's do that one with median. That didn't, oh, there it is. Okay, so these are trees, proxy trees. Let's see how they look. Oh, no, those look bad. I think you could replace those trees in the geo nodes most likely. But boom, you can create roads incredibly fast. So let's also show you how we can make this thing drive. So I just do curve, add curve, NURBS. Go in here, we're going to delete those. Vertices, we're going to draw. Let's have the car drive on that. Okay. Go back in here. Let's make this ground plane a little bit bigger because we're going to need that for the road. Then we're going to select our car, and we're going to come in here. There's the wear sliders, rigs. Okay. We need to put this in, I believe, editable mode. And then we're going to come into here. It's going to say, hey, what path do you want? And so you want to choose the NURBS, and the ground is going to be this. And then you're going to click follow. And it's going to give you all the information there. And we need our timeline. Okay, let's go drag this up. Open up timeline. And there it is. Let me hit play, and you guys can see this thing. There it goes. And I believe we could come in here and you can change. We're going to close that. Close the road generator. Okay, come back in here and we can, yeah, Jason. Yeah, see, this is what I mean. It has these amazing tools. So you can come in here and you change the speed, and let's change it to miles per hour. Let's maybe reverse it, and let's do 50 miles per hour. So now it's gonna go the other way. Should. Oh, no. Oh, there we go. Wait. Is it driving back? Oh, it is driving backwards. Whoops, that's what it did. We don't want it to drive backwards. There we go. So now, you gotta, and you have to do sound effects every time you're doing cars, by the way. You have to do the sound effects. Let me change this to 120 so it loops. Pretty amazing. And that would have taken me so long to just set up and do that. It's so nice that you could just come in here and do it that way. I was going to also see, let's zoom into this thing. Tools. Steering rotation. So you can animate all that. Suspension factor. If I turn the wheels and then will it drive all correct? Yep, it does. So you don't want to do that. So, but if you want to hand animate or looks like do some other stuff in here, you can. There was a way to change a little bit of the physics as well, which is pretty sweet. So let's go back down into here and bake, steering, bake, remove animation. The plane is the ground. Project distance, let's see. Shrink wrap type. I haven't played with all of these, so there's a lot more I could do. Okay, so you can animate that by hand. Suspension factor. That's what all the things that we're already looking at. Okay, so these are the same attributes we're looking at. But yeah, so now you know what you could do. Let's just take a look down, and then we could just build a road around this. Like, let's say we're happy with this, then you could come in here, and you could say, let's start building a road. I'm going to zoom out so we can see it. Build roads. And okay. Oh, you know what? I gotta do a different road because that one was I need one lane. We're just gonna do a one lane one. So Q generator road, that'll work. Great. Hit escape. And I believe if you come in here, you can also do, we're going to hit 3. We're going to select some of these points. And if you want to modify them, you can just, oh, come on now. Oh, it's not allowing me. That's interesting. Huh. Well, when I did it before, it worked. It's supposed to, oh, is it because, hold on. 3, click on this. Okay, it is working. I was just going to see if I could soften it a little bit. But yeah, then you could just come in here and do some adjustments. Like right there. Why isn't that working? Those, it's like not. Almost, he's, don't drink and drive. Look at this guy. He goes off the road right there. Okay, that's what I was trying to do. The other ones wouldn't allow me. That was very odd. This is what I was trying to do. I think because these ones are like broken. We're just going to let this be like that. Oh, and another problem we see is it looks like this is a little too high. Okay, let's take a look at this render. Again, I would have to come in here and procedurally change all those because that doesn't look right, those little plants. I think if you came into your, you can come in here and turn off these like scatter shrubs. I'm just going to turn that off. But this got us so far, like so much further than having to do this all manually. Like something like this would have just taken like such a long time for me. Maybe some of you guys are super fast and you can like rig really, really quick. This, yeah, no, not me. That's too much stuff to keep track of. But really cool. So this traffic tool, absolutely amazing. Like I said, they have so many vehicles and airplanes, and looks like you could add in procedural. You could click on one of these and procedurally create some stuff. It's just nice to be able to have access to a lot of this stuff without having to build it yourself. So, okay, traffic, that's one of my favorites. And they also have this really nice, they have these really nice trees as well. Spawn assets, that's not what I want. Oh yeah, they have, there we go. Here's their trees and whatnot. And these things look great. When I hit render, they look pretty good. Quality wise, great. Really nice quality. And I believe you can animate, you can come in and animate the wind animation and stuff. Super cool. Yeah, that's what a really great tool, traffic, and all the stuff they have to offer. Absolutely amazing. I think if I can instance it. I gotta turn on snapping. Snapping to face. Hit I. I'm instancing it. I'm not duplicating. I'm hitting. I also have my short. This is another thing. Let's see how much hate. What up, Jay Dano? I get a lot of hate because people are like, "Hey, you're not using Blender shortcuts," and I'm like, "No, I'm not. I'm using industry standard." And the reason why I use industry standard is because my fingers are faster. And I'll keep harping about this on every stream, but if you use any other software besides Blender, if you're using Houdini, if you're using Nuke, Blender's hotkeys are just so different than any other software. And so if you have to constantly switch your brain to go from Blender to Houdini to Nuke, and then you're like, what? It makes it way hard. But if you use industry compatible and you're using that in Nuke and in Houdini and you have the same muscle memory, you're going to be way faster. Like I don't have to rethink about what I'm doing. So, all right, I'm done with that rant. All right, let's talk about another favorite tool. Some of my favorites. I was going to come Fluent. These are amazing Fluent masks. I was going to create we'll go into Geoscatter. Geoscatter, shall we? Let's create a new plane. Whoa, how'd I get there? Switched views really quick. Press the wrong button. Okay, let's just take this ground plane and click on it. And then we're going to go into I have my assets set up in a way where we can do scatter assets. So this is probably one of the greatest tools of all time for scattering stuff. And I think I have many, let's see, vegetation, that's not the right one. So I could use all these ones, but I'm going to stick with the scatter assets. Now let's find these trees. So if I select these, this is the way I like to scatter. And I want to do a lot of detailed environment stuff. Did you check your RBD sim in GeoNodes? I have not checked out. Yeah, I saw you sent me that link, which is awesome, but I have not checked it out. So what we're going to do is we're going to go into here, and I like to do a manual scatter. And instead of viewport selection, I'm going to say browser selection because I'm selecting these. And I'm going to hit scatter assets. It's going to bring me into a different window. And when you see, whoa, there it is, when I scatter, it'll be massive. So we're going to turn this down to 0.1, see where we're at. Did you just see how many trees I just scattered in no time? Look at that. Clearly, that's a little too dense. So we can come into here. We're going to turn up our radius, and I believe we're going to turn down I think it's intervals. Let's see. Nope. Points per interval. Let's do 2. Maybe that's what I was trying to do. Nope. It's going really fast though, which is great. Turn that up. Use minimal distance. What does that do? Let's see. Look how fast that is. You have to just laugh because it's so crazy fast. And then I'm going to hit exit. And we're going to hit render so you guys can kind of see what this is looking like. Sorry, we're getting crowded. Also see my floors on. And we're going to bring back this car. And look at that, like we're creating a forest in no time. And if we want this ground plane, I think there are some materials in here. Let's find where those materials are. Okay, so if we want this ground, we're just gonna put a ground material, boom, on there. I'm gonna bring, oh, I had snapping on. There we go. Let me go back in here. We don't need a live preview that. There we go. So the thing with scattering too is usually you want to do it based on like whatever view you're looking in, because you don't want to scatter just to scatter. Like you want to make sure you're scattering with some thoughts. You're not just putting. So I would say move your camera around where you want first. Put your camera where you like, then scatter based on your perspective so you're not wasting a bunch of precious RAM. So if we wanted to add a bunch of this grass, I'm going to click on that. And you'll see each time I do a scatter, it's going to create a little system for us. So I'm going to click on these new assets. Okay, we'll just take some grass. And we can come in here and we can hit, again, make sure it's on browser selection. That's the one I want. And scatter assets. And it's going to bring us back into this new window. Those are huge. So you can come in here, scale, and probably want these 0.05. Let's see. But if we feel like those are a little too spread apart, let's put that back to 1. Let's see if that changed. No, okay, that's what I wanted it at. So points per interval, that's just like 1. So it looks like this will just do like pop, pop. And I'm going to turn that minimal distance off, and then we're going to do 0.1 again. So you could just start drawing these in here, painting away. Let's say if you were a cam right there. Again, you would want to do this all to perspective, so you're not wasting a lot of energy on your computer. So yeah, it's really cool. And then if you ever wanted to create a new manual system, you'd come in here and let's say you wanted to add these little trees. You can come in here and you'd say, hey, create a new one. Let's do a new one. And I'm going to add a couple of these little, whoa, those trees are big. Scale it 0.02 this time. And let's add a couple of trees in here. Okay, I'm going to hit escape. Let's take a look. Again, we're like, that was a lot of stuff we just threw in here. I think GeoScatter, you can have proxy geo for the viewport. It might run even faster just by you having that in there. But I'm just trying to show like these are the best tools in Blender. These are the time savers. And the other cool thing is it's not just this GeoScatter's not limited to plants. So if you create your own library over there and you're like, let's say you created a bunch of broke down like scans of cars that are broken and you wanted to scatter them all over around a road, you come in and you start painting and you want to do some rubble. You start painting that rubble in like just with your little pen. It's just so nice. Let's add in a sun, get some, and a sun needs to be real bright, so we're going to crank this up. Oh, that's too bright. Actually, sometimes, here's a little trick I like to do. Sometimes I will crank up the sun super bright because you're going to get a lot more bounce. And then what I'll do is I'll turn down the exposure. That's something I like to do personally. I've noticed maybe it's my brain tricking me, but it seems like I'm seeing a lot more detail. I don't know. It just seems like it looks nicer. So yeah, I'll usually do that. And if that angle is too harsh, and usually my sun is good on my lights, it's also good to stay as organized as you can because things can get messy. That's a little too, I don't like the harshness of that shadow, so crank up, even like just giving a little bit more of a fall off looks just a little bit nicer. Look at that, we got a midday. Even if it's midday, I always would suggest go look at your favorite films. Try to position your camera on the dark side of things. Everything looks better backlit. It just does. Or if you like, whether it's like silhouetted, we like people. If you look at a lot of movies, you're going to see cameras usually, I don't have a shadow on me, but usually if there's a dark side, they'll position a camera on the dark side. It just looks much more interesting. So, see, it's chugging right now a little bit. Not super bad. But, in this viewport, look at that. I mean, we're rocking and rolling. Okay, now let's go into my camera. Let's just do depth of field. Click on that. And let's see. Turn that to 1. Oh, are we not looking through my camera? Silly me. Lock it. Let me get out of this view because we're lost in the woods, friends. That'll be a nice We'll do something like that, like we're shooting through the bushes. And that sun's super harsh still. And I would play with, sorry, get my brain straight. I would mess with the ground texture. You can enable simplify to improve viewport. You mean simplify in the render settings or simplify in scatter? Because let's see here, tweak, biome scatter. Okay. I know there's a simplify in here, but I've never played with it. Let's see what that does. It looks like, okay, it would simplify textures and stuff. Yeah, maybe that would help. In the viewport. Okay. But I just want to show you guys how sweet this is and how fast you can get something that looks pretty good with just these add-ons. This is, again, like, your time is precious. Your time is precious, and unfortunately, a lot of this stuff takes too long. And this is, again, why Blender, in my opinion, is just so nice, because it's one of those things where you can get things really good, high quality, really fast. And at the end of the day, that's what you want to do. You want a high quality, really fast. And these tools just make your life so much easier. So another tool that I've absolutely fallen in love with is, let's see if I can, is the Sanctus library. Let's see here. Gaffer's amazing too. If you want lighting help, woo-wee. Gaffer, amazing tool to just quickly play with your world, your sun. If our sun's too bright, we could tone that down. Adding lights, showing radius. Yeah, it's just a super nice, fast way to be able to use stuff, light stuff. Humanify. This is a good one that I like if you want to have realistic characters and get some nice. I'll show you a character that I've used it on maybe next time. Why do I have Rococo? It's because the retargeting tool is amazing. But here's the Sanctus library. This thing is massive, massive time saver. This tool, let me pull up their Blender Market really quick. Yeah, procedural materials are great, but they can take a lot of juice. And what I mean by that is they can slow your scene down quite a bit. Like anytime you're adding noise and all this stuff, it's going to just slow everything down. So beware of that. Let me come in here and I'm going to go to my orders really quick on Blender Market, and I'll show you guys ones that I've purchased. So you can see these are a lot of tools. The Real Water, that one's beautiful for making beautiful oceans. Boom, super fast. There's Sanctus Library. Let me show you guys this. This thing is filled with such good materials. Like, these guys put a lot of hard work into these. But the Sanctus ones, you can get, and you can customize all of it, which is so rad. They have synthetic materials. Like, just not having to build all this stuff over and over is a huge, huge time saver. And they have like effects. You can see down here, you can do like these transition effects. Looks like they added a new parallax effect, which is rad. I haven't played with that one yet. Making material like that would take way, 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 way too long. Yeah, scatter. You can scatter snow. You can scatter. They have sign. Like, guys, this stuff is insane. This weld one is what I wanted to show you. How cool this welding one is. Should we try to do it on this car? Let's see if it works on this car. So I believe you come in here. Not decal. Oh yeah, their decals are nice too. Let's see if I can add a decal on top of that. And does it stick? It does. So if you had some stickers, I'm gonna hide geoscatter for now. Wait, I gotta just click shift, click. So there you go. Now I have a decal right on the car, and you can bring in your own decals, which is super nice too. So you can add your own, or you can use this and just stick them on there. That's just one of those things that's just super nice, where it's like a nice to have, where you just boom. And this is all part of the same Sanctus stuff. Okay, back to the assets. Where is it? Not there. Tools, no. Sorry guys, let me just find where the welding stuff. Okay. So you can click on your object, and we could go into here and we can say weld me, and we're going to apply it to this mesh, and you'll see what it does. And let me turn this off first. Apply to mesh. Let's see if this one breaks it, because this is kind of a detailed mesh. So it's processing. I'm hoping I didn't crash it. But what it does is it takes your it looks at all your lines on your geo, and it'll make it look like it has these welding lines on everything. This might crash this. I may have went too hard. It's thinking, but we're gonna let it rest for a second. But yeah, let me know what you guys think of these tools so far. Let's see. Oh, still thinking. We may have broke it. Oh, nope. It's still going. I've used this on simpler stuff and it worked great. We may have crashed it. We found the end. Can't go too hard. Task manager. Sorry, Blender. It's okay, we didn't save it. I'll still show you the tool. Rain generator is a really good one too. I haven't played with it that much, but yeah, the rain generator, amazing. Let me add a cube, and we're going to do that same. We're going to go back into the Sanctus. Okay, this time I did it. Let me show you. Look at this. We're going to zoom in. See those little welding marks and those hot spots? That would take me a long time to rig something like that up. It's procedural, so yeah, it does. So you can see it kind of goes slow. And you probably want to bake some of this stuff out later. But you can add these welding marks. If you have some buildings and stuff and a robot, you can add these really cool welding marks. And you can come in here and play with whatever you want. The welding marks, roughness, not roughness, spacing, scale to make those a lot bigger, jitter so it's not perfect. And we have a welded box, and it's green. There you go. Boom. And that took no time. It does run a little slow, but I wanted to show you some of the other cool things in here. So the other materials, they have a whole library of these materials, and you can filter it by engine and let's say cycles. They have all of these buildings, these other little crazy things, an orange peeling back. Like these are just things that are going to take you a long time. Awesome effects, emission effects, red pulse. I haven't even tried all these. But you can see, now we got a pulsing light, just something that's going to take a long time. And this is what I'm trying to just get at. This whole stream is about amazing Blender plugins that can save you hours and days. And I think this was one of the reasons why I decided to switch. And not only that, but you can build your own asset library. So you see it in this asset browser. I have a bunch of these amazing gobos. Let me turn that off. I'm playing. Boo, 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 boo. And new material. Let's just make this. Let's just grab a material from here. We're going to show you what gobos are. Metal. Let's have this cool metal material. Great. I'm going to come into my world. I'm going to turn this off for now. Let me show you. Gobos are just textured lights. And I've talked about this in some of my other streams, but we have a nice textured light. And the fun thing is we can add these everywhere. Just drag them straight in. I think it's better to be append, right? Isn't that fastest? But these are just quick tools, done. Boom, you have them. And if you want, and I think some of these are animated. So we have an animated color one. So if you're like, you don't want to spend time animating a party light. Let's say you have like a party scene. Let me delete these other ones. And we can come in here. And let's add 6,000. But you'll see over time, this thing's undulating. And these are just time savers. I don't have to think as much. I don't have to do a bunch of crap. I just have all this done for, not for free. I mean, some of these tools are free. But this is, in this gobo, let me find the name of it because I want to give them credit. Yeah, this gobo tool. Let's go back to my, come on now. This one, Shader Plus, or no, that's not his. Maybe it is his. Shader Plus, these are great for caustics. Like, you want some really nice glass looking stuff. Amazing. That's the plant library, I think, for scattering, geoscatter. I haven't played with cell fluids. I've gotten some of these things. I haven't even used them all. There's traffic, atmosphere. Yeah, these are, oh, here's the gobos. Maybe this is the one I got. These are so nice to add detail onto the ground. Like, look at that. Trees blowing through, like, amazing. It adds so much life to your scenes. Gobos. Instead of just being a flat area light, amazing. I used the Think plugins. Wait, I used to think plugins were cheating. Yeah, plugins are not cheating. Plugins are time-saving miracles. I was going to add in box. We're going to do a volumetric on this thing so you guys can also see it. New material. We're going to call volume scatter. We're not going to do the crazy one. We're just going to plug this in. And turn the, sorry, this is so small you can't even see it down here. Let's do 0.1. Look at that. Now it's like a concert light. And the cool thing, that's all animated for you. It's just time saving. Make money. Do things faster. Make money. So, yeah. I could rant and rave about stuff all the time, but at the end of the day, it's when you're working and you want to make some high quality stuff really fast, it's just so much better to have an arsenal of tools. Like, you know, if you have a tool belt, you know your tools that you can go into and make it look better. Yes, Zen. I'm going to just say your name is Zanzules because the X. I do need to make my, so you guys can see better, my UI bigger. Is that big enough? Look at this, though. So fast, so amazing. So, those are some of my favorite add-ons. If you guys have your favorite add-ons, send them my way. I recently saw someone have a really cool, a really nice lens add-on, and I have one camera lens add-on, and it's pretty good, but I saw another one, and anyway, I'm going to play with a new lens add-on I just saw recently. Let me see what else I have over here. The Fluent ones, those were good for when you're in your materials. Boom. Let's turn off. That's a weird thing that this is. Oh no, it's just because the cube's in there. Let me open this up a little bit. We're gonna turn off. Okay, this cube. Let me turn the. I scaled this all up, and now it's kind of a mess. But the Fluent materials are nice as well because you can quickly add in noises. So you come in here and they have a list of like patterns that you can use, and you can use them for masks they have. And then when you hit, you can go, where is it? There's a way to do, oh, I think I hit F. Yep. So you can do like multi-layer things. So if I wanted 2 layers and then I want to mix them. So let's say this one's red and that one's white. And then I want to create a mask, hit F, and they'll say, let's say all edges. Oh, that one, it freaked out. Didn't like what I just did. Plug this in. And now look, I got a nice little edge. I'm going to delete these animated things. So, and then I can change the distance of that. And then you can come in here and say grunge, add a grunge texture, plug that into texture, boom, quickly get grunge in there, and it's done. And then you can bake when, let's say if you're happy to it, come in here, bake it out so it's not procedural anymore. And it's really good. So favorite add-ons, let's see, recommendations. Botanic, yep. Fluent, that's what I'm using as well. Physical Starlight, I have that as well. Really good for the sky. We can show that really quick. I think mine is off though. Let's see. Yeah, mine might be off. Let's see. Boom. Add-ons. There it is. I noticed, and if anyone else notices too, it's a little slow, the physical atmosphere thing. And I'm curious what you guys all think. I think I need to turn off the film transparent. That's going pretty quick. Last time I used this, I don't know what I was doing wrong, but it felt slow. But oh, that's going pretty quick. It is really good. I mean, that got us a sky without using HDR super quick. And I know that you can come in here and play with all this fun stuff. Actually, now that we have this, watch this, guys. We're going to go into our real water assets. You ready for this? These water assets are so good. Like, they do such a good job so fast. So yeah, like you can get some nice, like it has that nice fall off within it. And then you can come in here and play with all the parameters if it's too foggy. You can add waves. See? Speed. This is all about speed here. And we can do these things so fast. It's amazing. Let's add a UV sphere because this is a nice way to kind of see the fall off of the water. See how creepy that is, seeing that down there, that little sphere down there. What a cool, moody thing you can add in. I'm going to change the direction of the light. We're going to do it straight down. Let me open this. Sorry, guys. This is such a small window for you. Let's move this all down. I'm like looking at a teeny window, and it's probably not very appealing to you guys. But look at that. It even has like the caustics going through it. That took 2 seconds. 2 seconds. Able to come up with like a decent looking ocean or water like within a couple seconds. Speed. These are all things that I think a lot of other 3D packages could learn from. I know Cinema 4D was doing better at creating asset creation, but I think the thing that Blender did really well was they tapped into the community really well. Where it's like, hey, you guys make these add-ons. You're working on a project, you make an add-on that you use, that you love. You go make it, and then share it with the world and get paid. We'll have a market for you guys. You can put all your things in there, things that you guys have used and built, and a lot of people enjoy making tools, and then bam. This will take 12 hours to render in RenderMan. You are correct. Yes. Yeah, something like this would take a really long time, and it's cleaning up that noise within that water like that. It's absolutely insane. I am curious, can I take this, click on this, and I'm going to send that material to this little cube. This is what this water material looks like in a teeny cube. That's cool. Man, yeah, you can just create stuff really, really fast. What's up, Array Time? How's it going? Like, you can just make these things so fast, and that's why I love it. It's fun. It makes making stuff really fun. Watch this. We're going to do one more thing because this just starts getting more fun to do. We're going to do a plane. We're going to combine some of the tools that we've been playing with today. This is going to be a beach, and then we're going to go into our Sanctus library. And I know they have not the stylized one. Not experiment. Stones? No, they have a sand one. Effects? No. Water? No. Stylized? It's not the stylized one. Others. Okay, let's add the sandy beach. Apply material. Let's take a look. And we're starting to get our little sandy beach. Is it perfect? Not yet, but we play with this long enough, and it'll get there. It'll get there. And let's make this beach a little bit bigger. And let's come into this material. Open up those parameters. And we got to change the scale. And we got to change those shells. They're too big. And we want to play with displacement? Sure. And it's all about like context of viewing this, but yeah, I mean, we just threw this thing together, and it's you know, it's getting us way far. Like this, just setting this thing up would have taken such a long time. That's why, sorry, it's just funny to laugh at, because you're like, oh, this would have been a nightmare to set up, like building this by myself. I would have just been like, okay, I have to do a beach. Instead, you're just building your world, and you can build it really fast. Come in here. Let's do... Oh, yeah, bubbles. I've played with this one before. Foam. It's better to apply it on something else, I think, but because I'm like, if there was a way where you could basically say wherever the water is touching, add in some bubbles. So it's like you're creating on the sand a mask that's like a collision with the water object, and the distance from that, like, and you create a mask from that, and then you add in these bubbles. Like, yeah, that's. Oh, there we go. Turn that. The iridescent. Let's do 0.1. Anyway, just insane that you can make this stuff that quick. And then you'd come in here. See, it's just some simple geo. It's like, yeah, it's like playing a game. And then if we were like, let's add in our geo scatter. And we come in here into our scattered assets. I was going to see actually what's in here. Do we have any some little rocks? Maybe we could do some little, but I think in Vines Tropical, there we go. You know, we could add a tree like this. That's one way to do it. Just drag it in. And then drag this one in. And then let's see, I have, then this would be trying to, because you could do some gobos if you wanted. Oh yeah, I was going to do some scattering just for fun. I'm going to delete this tree. I don't like that one. Or that. I didn't like it. Let's go back into, up here into scatter and, wait. What happened to my, somehow I, hey, where'd my assets go? Uh-oh. Something got messed up. That's not good. Why isn't it showing up? Oh, there we go. They were in unassigned. Okay. That was my bad. Let's find some assets to scatter. Maybe some rocks or something. I know there's some little rocks and pebbles and sticks we could do. Actually, let's do these. Are those like tropical? Let's see. Sorry guys, I just wanted to find something really quick. Thought I had let's do that weed. We're just gonna do those and then go into geoscatter, select our beach, come into here, manual scatter, browser, scatter assets. Gonna let this thing load. Let's change the those are stacking on top of each other, which actually they're not supposed to do. They're supposed to see how they're stacking. I think maybe no. That's better. And then let's create some, let's grab those twigs and put them at the beach. Like they got washed up. Twigs and leaves, sure. And let's go system. Let's add a new scatter system. Too big. Scale. Too small. 0.1. Come in here. Uh-oh, that didn't work either. 0.5. Sure. Okay, that's good. I'm just going to be happy with this for now. And I'm just going to check it out and just see what it's looking like. Good job. It's a dirty beach. And look how quick. This is all just with these quick tools. There's some little things I have to fix in here, and you can do that in the something with that where that plant might have an offset that I have to come in there and fix. Yeah, it is like playing a game. It's just like you have this creative freedom. Like you're able to just play. I didn't show any of the really cool shader plus stuff, so I'm going to show that really quick. Come in here. I'm going to delete that foam. And we're going to do a new material. And I'm going to come in here, right click, add shader plus. They have these really cool refraction. Plug this in. This gives us really pretty refractive effects like glass and whatnot. Angle of the sun's a little intense, isn't it, guys? Do I need to come into atmosphere? Let's turn 6. We're just trying to grab this little annotation. We're softening this. That was a little too harsh. Wasn't liking this refractive one, so I'm going to delete that one. Add. Oop. And let's try one of these glass. Strong morphism. There we go. There we go. How cool is this? We're just creating stuff super quick, having fun, and there you go. I just checked the new RBD system, Blender, and GeoNodes. Kind of seems similar to Houdini. Yeah, I haven't played with a lot of GeoNodes. I've avoided it because I've avoided it, and it scares me a little bit. But yeah, guys, look at that. Simple geometry, creating things super quick. And I thought I was going to stop earlier, and I kept going because this was a lot of fun. But we're hitting an hour on the stream, and I got work to do. So I might have to call it. But let me come back into here. Wow, we had a lot of people today. We had a lot more people today. Wonderful. Thanks, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Yeah, GeoNodes are insane. I've seen people making amazing stuff on Twitter, posting just stuff that's like, I love it. I love seeing it. It's really cool to see. But yeah, I just still haven't quite got into GeoNodes. There's just, I like to just like bash, like throw a ton of stuff into a scene and bash. Let me know if you guys enjoyed the stream. Please give it a thumbs up, share it, whatever. Follow me. Instagram is vfxcentral. Subscribe on YouTube, vfxcentral. If you, I have 2 little courses. Hopefully some new ones coming out here soon that I've been working on. One has Blender in it, guys. It's that dino fight thing rebuilt in Blender, and I did it with the guys at Double Jump Academy. A lot of fun. So that's still being in the works. Anything else? Thank you guys so much. And I'm going to try to stream a little bit more tomorrow. We'll just do a little bit of these at a time. This is going to be my like lunch break. Instead of eating food, streaming. That's what I'll do. I can eat when I'm dead. So, yep. Looks like thank you. Thank you. Thumbs up. You guys are awesome. And we'll see you tomorrow, and we'll do some more fun Blender, Houdini, Nuke stuff. Let me know what you guys want to see as well.